Thanks to the user RYMC88 on MakeCode Forum, who shared their Simon Says project and inspired me to make this set of tutorial. Hi everyone, in this set of tutorials, we are going to create Simon Says game on Circuit Playground. I'm going to introduce what Simon game is and what Circuit Playground is later in this video. The reason we want to create this is because it could help you understand better of the concepts of permutation and combination. Combination, which means the order doesn't matter. For example, like ice cream on the right sides of the screen. It doesn't matter which flavor comes to the top. It doesn't matter which flavor comes to the bottom, because that's all like different flavors. You get it on your ice cream. However, if you want to call somebody, when you dial the number, the order of the number really matters. You have to dial in the right order, otherwise you can reach out to the person you want. So this is the most significant difference between permutation and combination. Having this in your mind, and what we're going to do, we're going to create this game called the Simon Says. Have you seen this game before? This is quite popular in 90s and 80s. It was quite a retro game. So that's how the game works. This little disc gonna just light up based on the different orders of the different sections of the color. For example, yellow, green, blue, and red. And then you have to press each button based on the order. And once you get it right, you pass this level, you can go to the next level. The whole list is gonna get longer and longer until at some point you couldn't remember it. So having this kind of the concept, what we can do, we can create a Simon Says game on Circuit Playground. Circuit Playground Express, it's a little chip very similar to microbit, but it is made by Adafruit, which is one of the very famous companies about physical computing and the circuit companies. So what you can do when you start it, it will start with the 3 strings, and then you see all of this color, and you can press one of the pins going through that and follow it. But if you get it wrong, you have to restart it again. And if you get it right, you can go to the next level. So this one, red and blue. Now I get it right. I have this rainbow light to remind me. Then I'm gonna going on with a little bit longer list. So every time I pass it right, I can just get it longer and longer. And by the end of this project, you will get a chance to download this code on Circuit Playground and play it with the physical circuit board. To start with, you need to go to the MakeCode website. This is very similar to MakeCode microbit website, but this is especially for Adafruit Circuit Playground Express. All you need to do, just go to Google and search Circuit Playground MakeCode. Then you will find this website. Click in. It doesn't require you to log in, but what you can do, because once a while, web browser will clear the cache and the project will be gone. So you can start to create a new project. Go to top left corner, there's a share button. You can rename this and share your project. You will get this link and save this link somewhere place, so you can always come back to retrieve your project and keep working on it. So this is our project. I am going to rename it called math project. You can also call it Simon Says, it's up to you. Because this is a little bit complex project that we're going to work on. So it requires quite a lot of variables. For the first step, we're going to create a few variables. If you ask me what variable is, it's pretty much a set of the data and would change the values based on the condition of your coding or programming. For example, like game, the scores, but you gave a label. So that's how we make a variable. First of all, I'm going to give a label, which is a name. There are 3 variables you need to make: current sequence, input active, and input position. I will explain each variable later in videos. If you notice the pattern that I am doing it right now, and I usually would put this several words all together, but starting with the second words, and the first letter is going to be the uppercase. This is what we call the camel case. This is a way to separate the words in a phrase by making the first letter of each word capitalized and not using space. That's very common in the coding, and this could help you to recognize what exactly those variable is. Okay, so with these 3 variables, we're going to do a little bit setup. So I'm going to get rid of forever loop, go to loops, try to drag on start. And on start, first of all, I'm going to music because I want my circuit playground could make a little bit noise where you press each different pins and could remind you that, oh, you actually press it. So I'm going to set volume because circuit playground comes with a built-in speaker, so you don't need to worry about attaching extra speaker. I am going to put it as 15, just make it a little bit quieter, which the battery could last longer. And then I am going to go to variable. First of all, I'm going to set input active to false and go to logic, find false. The reason I want to put it here because that means you cannot input anything, you cannot touch the pin yet, and using the code to remind the code itself, and you cannot touch it yet, but later on you'll set it as a true, which means now they finish the whole set display about the different light, different sections, and you can touch the paint now, which players can touch the paint right now. And I am going to set current sequence, going to advanced array. Array is like a list, so I'm going to set it as the empty array. Let's go to find empty array here. The reason I want to do this because later on we are going to pick randomly. That's how the game is going to be very random, unpredictable. And if you have set the current sequence, which is current list, as some set of the data or numbers, and that won't be unpredictable. And then I am going to go to repeat 3 times. I like starting with 3 times because this is not very hard for players. Later on, it will just be added automatically one by one. And this is what I'm going to have it right now at this moment. I'm going to leave this alone. And in the next tutorial, we're going to talk about how to create a show sequence.